How's it going, Taurus community? Soul Tigers here with a special story for this wonderful frequency. So, I don't have keywords that I've written down. It was really, really weird because even the way I started this, I usually pick up the vibe, then I write the keywords down. But this time I just dove in and started cleansing, and honestly, Taurus, your energy right away is very pissed off. You're frustrated. You're angry. You can't stand the bullshit anymore. You're so wound up. But then something very interesting happened. I got the message. It's time for you to start believing in the supernatural things. I'm not saying change your religion, but what I'm saying is you need to start opening your mind to the energies around you and being able to interpret what is actually happening that people are trying to hide from you. And in saying that, I received the image of my dream that I had not too long ago. This is the first time sharing a dream with Taurus. I usually share my dreams with the Libra frequency. But in this dream, I made it to a place and I could feel that this place was haunted. I could feel that this place had bad energy. Even though this place was immaculate, it was clean, it was beautiful, it was like a little mini mansion. But as I walk through this place, I can feel that there's something off. And then when I was exploring a little bit more deeper into this little mini mansion place, somebody had shown up that I've known. And once this person showed up, then I started to see what was happening in the energy, and I felt something tethered to me. I felt the tension of something trying to hook onto me. And when I went to go turn, and I turned round and round and round, trying to see what it was, because I could feel this tension, this line on me. And finally, I made one turn, and there it was behind me. It was a very, very, very dark energy trying to attach itself to me. Once I went and I defeated this energy by basically ripping it apart, because I went into this place knowing myself, knowing where my beliefs were. That's why I was able to confront this very dark, scary looking energy, not gonna lie. And I was able to proceed forward from there and not letting it attach itself to me. But I could hear the person that had showed up in my dream that I know messing with something. Something was going on in a different room. So I went ahead and I checked out what's going on. And this person that I love dearly was actually being messed with by a trickster energy that had them busy. So basically what I'm trying to get at for you is there's somebody who's around you that has stuff attached to them. And when you get around them, you start to feel these energies trying to latch onto you. Whether you're conscious of it or you're not conscious of it, you can still feel it in your energetic field. So as I'm cleansing your cards out, it's talking about karmic justice. It's talking about intuition. It's talking about concealment. And then I had the 10 of Cups to the devil right away when I was splitting your cards. And I've mentioned this before with your stories, Taurus, that there is an energy around you that has ties to the darker side of things. And I just don't mean the shadow side of things. I mean they're aligning their intentions through malice, through manipulation, through trickery to get to what they want. So be careful, be careful, be careful. What you feel in here when your warning signs start to go off is yourself trying to protect you. And that is something that your energy, yourself, your inner being Your physical being, your emotional being, your mental being are all going to want to protect you. All right, so let's get diving into this. Just trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself. You're not sure about things. You're going against the flow. You're not understanding why stuff's not working out with things. You're on divine timing. You could be really stuck right now. Stuck in not knowing how to progress forward, how to change things, and make things a little bit more different for yourself with this masculine energy inside position. Something else that you're having trouble seeing is omens. You're kind of like dissuading. I'm hearing to say you're kind of just overlooking the signs that are coming in. Remember with that dream that I was having, I was telling y'all I could feel it. As soon as I entered this little mini mansion place that was supposed to be my second unit I was renting, because I was balling in my dream, obviously, I could feel something was wrong with this place. So really check into your intuition when the energy feels off. Something else that kind of is buried by everything is definitely having a new day, bringing on a new ounce, a new breath, a fresh breath into each day that you are given. Because right now you're stuck in the muck of things. You're not understanding why stuff isn't working out for you. But it's all on divine timing. The divine wants you to let go of the illusion of always having to control everything and having these certain expectations. You could have this list I'm seeing, and by certain ages you think you should meet certain requirements. Well, life's inevitable events don't work like that, and the lessons from the divine don't work like that either. Things are not going to be perfect. Not everything's going to be parallel all the time to what you're trying to do. And then right here, something you're confused on, something you don't know how to really look at is teaching, finding the finer lessons that are happening for you and applying them to your growth, whether it's inner growth, outer growth. I feel like it's both, because when we grow internally, then we grow in the way that we put our energy out there to the world. And there's something here that you're staying stuck on, and I'm hearing a humbug. A humbug? Yeah, like the Grinch. There's just something here with that Grinch energy that you just really want to hang on to. So something you're at a distance with. You're confused. You don't know how to see is the unlimited possibilities that are still here. But it comes when you are willing to learn the lessons and apply them to your journey. If you can't, excuse my pun, branch out, then how do you grow? How do you bring on new growth? How do you expand? These are questions to kind of, food for thought right there to think about, So something here that this lands on is this 8 of Coins. Your unlimited possibilities versus your currency versus your stability. Taurus, you are very stubborn when it comes to bringing on mutable energy, but as well as cardinal energy, starting something new and also bringing things to an end. You are just fine staying in the middle and what you already got yourself into, whether it's a mess or not. So Taurus, you have a hard time. You have a hard time taking the fool's journey, believing in the faith of things, believing that things can work out, but not to your expectations, but to the way it's meant to be. And is this because you always feel like the divine doesn't have the greater good out for you? Is this something that could be there? I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and continue into the present. Usually I use this deck, my Sambucus Tarot deck, for like when we want to be closed-lipped about things. This is my deck that kind of calls the energy out, the energy that you don't want to talk about. And usually it happens for the block, but this time the divine I'm hearing to say is it's time to call it out, Taurus. It's time to call it out. Now, don't be like an alligator with a toothache and get all grumpy and want to take a bite out of me. But the whole thing is there's things that you're denying, I'm hearing to say, that you deny, you overlook, just to keep the same routine of things going, because you feel like that's the kind of security, stability that you are only allowed to have. For some reason, Taurus, you stop dreaming big. That's what I'm seeing. You stop looking to the bigger horizons to go and explore, and you got stuck in this really shadowy kind of valley where you don't see paths out of there, but you don't see the paths out of there because you're too busy looking down. Why are you looking down so much? What is it that you are holding your head in shame about? What is it that has you so upset that you can't look to the new beginnings of things, the new opportunities of things? If you were to be able to let yourself go and explore. All right, so this is gonna do it. Let's see. Like I said, Taurus, it's very tight-lipped. You don't want to talk about it. And I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna push this energy, because this is what I'm being guided to bring out what you don't want to talk about. So first things first, what you're having a hard time progressing from, what has been the omens that have been sent to you repeatedly through different ways. I'm seeing somebody driving, so there could be things that you're seeing and hearing while you're driving that are just like, holy crap, that can't be coincidence. It's not coincidence, Taurus. They're being sent there. Your guides are using the things around you to try and confirm these feelings and things that you deny at times. So let's see what's stacked up. We got the King of Wands, to the Knight of Coins, to the Five of Cups, to the Two of Coins, to the Ace of Wands. The whole thing is when you started embarking on this, it was very passionate, the way you started going on your journey. You know, you definitely had to juggle between things. And I feel like you were juggling between the light and the dark of things. You know, you really had to figure out what you were passionate about so you wouldn't have to juggle these things in your emotions. Something for you, Taurus, your emotions make you feel very, very unstable. That's what I feel like. And because you feel so unstable with your feelings, it's very easy for you to get depressed, I feel like. And that is really hard, because that stops your progression, that stops you investing even more into yourself, investing into more of where you want to go. And because you get really hard on yourself, this is where you can become arrogant. And I've been hearing that word a lot when I was dialing in. And the King of Wands is usually like a teacher. The King of Wands is very passionate about the things that he loves, the things that he's moving his energy towards, their energy towards. And with this masculine energy here, it's all about development. It's all about exploration, especially exploration. Taurus, you are a bull. One of the things that are really meant for you is to explore things, getting out, being able to explore things without people trying to lock you up right away from exploring it. And that's what I'm seeing, is there's always just something that's trying to grab you and bring you back from this exploration. And exploration is a really wonderful thing when we can go to our environments, when we go to different places, because we learn things from others, whether we learn what we don't want to do or we learn something new that brings in a new skill. So something that's getting you hung up is not being able to move. You could be having omens come in as like traveling, like coincidences where things are lining up. You're thinking about something and the radio starts mentioning something, and it has to do with that same location kind of thing. But it's really you need to spread your wings right now, because we have 2 winged animals here. So it's the fact that you keep yourself caged up and you're not moving. That's what's not helping. And then we have this King of Swords at a distance. That's that arrogant energy that I've been feeling. So what happens also with your frustrations, things that are not happening, your mind is in really big conflicts with the divine. It really is. You're still passionate about the things that you're going towards, or the things that you've been working on, and that's what's keeping your head above water, so to say. But in your mind, you are upset. You are upset. You are pissed. You are ruling it with a note of arrogance to it. And I don't mean this in a bad way, because what they say, there's bliss in ignorance, and that's true. Sometimes the less you know and you keep to what you know can keep you happy. I will say that. But this arrogance that you're carrying yourself to, or that you have about the way things are working out, is the exact thing that keeps tripping you up and you hitting your head, so to say. This is why things keep falling apart for you. This is why certain things aren't working out for you, because what you're doing is you're trying to sit here and be stubborn with certain expectations. And because these expectations aren't working out according to your timeline, this is where that arrogance comes in, and where you fight with the divine on letting things flow. This is where you also get a little cocky when it comes to you being irritated, because like I said, when dialing in, I could feel your frustrations. You are so tightly wound right now. And when you are tightly wound, it's not just you, Taurus, it's a lot of people. We become very ignorant, we become very arrogant to others around us, and we just hyper focus on trying to do what we're trying to do. It doesn't mean you're a mean person, but just think about it. Think about when you've been driving and you're so much in your head and you accidentally turn out in front of somebody. It happens. It really happens. I'm not saying you're going out there and messing with the public on purpose, but I'm just saying there is something there that is blocking you, and it has your head in the clouds about things, and you can't seem to come back down and ground yourself out and be more present in the moment, so that you can see the signs that are happening, so you can feel that guidance that's coming in, because again, you're blocking it. Oh my goodness gracious. I can see why you don't want to talk about this. Taurus, we all have sensitive egos. We don't like to call ourselves out on things, but sometimes we need that kind of medicine. We need to take a step back, and we need to, really evaluate what's going on in our lives. And right here, there's something that you're not progressing with. And it's making it hard. It makes it feel like you really don't have much, even though you've been working really, really hard for everything that you do have, all the moves that you have been making. Taurus, you are being very, 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 very human right now. Something that I wanted to mention earlier, especially what I'm picking up, is you need to walk hand in hand with sobriety right now. And I say this in the most loving way, because if you are built up, you are frustrated, and then you're going to be put around, you're going to have to be put around people and stuff like that. And it just takes one person rubbing you the wrong way, and then boom, we lit a fuse and there's no going back, and we got this bull over here next to this china cabinet freaking out. Stuff's gonna get broken. People's feelings are gonna get hurt, and you may say some things that you just really don't mean at this time. So sobriety is the key at this moment. Because again, what I'm interpreting, even though I'm not seeing it here so far, is there's an energy around you. There's a physical energy around you. And this physical energy has attachments to it. And these attachments are trying to attach to you. How do you know you have energies that are trying to attach to you? Energies that are messing with you. We're going to take a quick detour here. It's really easy. It is easy, but it comes to the sense of practicing knowing who you are. Practicing healing yourself. Practicing confronting your fears, those fears within. And then you end up knowing yourself, you end up grounding in yourself. So when things come up, things that are chaos, things that are inevitable events, you literally can feel the tug between two energies. You can feel your grounded energy and everything that you've learned, everything that you understand, but you can feel this other energy. It almost feels foreign when you actually can tune into this. And what it is for me, I'll feel the energy of chaos. I'll feel the energy of freaking out. I'll feel the energy of wanting to be conniving. I'll feel the energy of wanting to be malicious. But it doesn't fit whatever's happening right there. And that's how I know something's trying to come in and mess with my energy and push my energy into a direction I don't want it to be. And after I had that dream where I overcame that energy, because it was a loved one that this stuff was attached to, actually the following days I could feel the link of that energy still trying to have influence on my life, because the domino effects of inevitable events are happening. And just remember, we get tested. Can we hold our head up high while going through our tests and trials in the beliefs that things are going to work out to the best that they're supposed to? Or are we going to give in and feeling like the world is against us, the divine is against us, that we have to rule our life through anger in order to get anywhere in life? Because then you are tethered and you're feeding the negative stuff. So it's up to you to become more conscious of this. If you can become conscious of this, then you can move more in a divine way. When these energies try to attach you, try to manipulate you, and try to push you going out of control. But again, it comes at doing that inner work for yourself, knowing who you are, knowing where you stand energetically, and knowing that when fears arrive, you are brave enough to confront them while keeping yourself protected. All right, so let's go ahead and call in our angels of protection. Angels of protection, please help, guide, and protect us. Oh my goodness, as we navigate the block here, I don't know if there's a Taurus that could be going to Vegas or thinking about Vegas or something about Vegas, because I keep seeing this like sphere image. Do not give in to temptation. Do not give in to temptation because you're upset. All right. Maybe it has to do with gambling. Maybe we have a little gambling habit here. Maybe there is a sex addiction here. Do not give into temptation for an easy fulfillment right now. That's what I'm getting, because this is going to set you more behind. All right, so right away, your strength. You're having a hard time with your strength. You're having a hard time with where your journey is at, because you feel like you can't move any further from here. Let's see what else is going on. I don't know whose teas you've been drinking. I don't know, but that the sobriety needs to stay. The sobriety needs to happen. It needs to happen through these holiday seasons, because if not, it's just going to feed into the illusions of things, and it's going to keep you really unbalanced. Right here, you're having a hard time with what you have manifested. And there's something here where you cannot accept. You cannot accept. I don't know. So what I'm hearing is you can't accept the codependence that is happening right now. There's a very big codependent energy that you're feeling, whether you're having to feel like you have to be codependent or somebody's codependent on you. And this is something that is very, very irritating to you. There's a sense where you really want to have a certain kind of independence yourself. This could be a financial kind of independence, but this could also be within the very foundations that you have around you, the very home that you have around you as well. And what it's feeling like, it's not really yours. Wherever you're at, it doesn't feel like it's yours. And you're trying to move forward in the sense where it is what it is type of energy. But this is what it is type of energy, again, leaves you stuck. Leaves you very stuck in this moment. You are trying to protect everything that you're working for. What I'm hearing to say is this nest egg. And that is something that is really, really good. When you have certain things that you're doing, Taurus, and you are accomplishing goals, you are getting to certain dreams, you need to step back and you need to congratulate yourself, because you, no matter what, you feel really weak at this moment. You feel like nothing's getting done. But on the same side of things, you're still taking care of business. Even though you've slipped up a few times, you are still handling things. But you keep just going round and round and round and round in your head. In your head. And you're very unkind with yourself. You're not showing yourself this loving type of energy, because we have the Chariot here. The Chariot has to do with Cancerian. And Cancerian's planet is the moon. It's nurturing. Very kind of like nurturing energy here, or it's where we seek to be nurtured as well. So wherever you're at, it's not a nurturing environment. You don't feel taken care of. You may be taking care of everyone else, but you and your needs are not feeling taken care of. So, I mean, the biggest thing in this block is you're having a hard time getting up and going, doing something, getting stuff done. And this is what's feeding into the depression. This is something that you're still very, very, very much struggling. And it's like where I'm at versus where I want to be, and just, do I just settle? Do I just put up with it? Is this just all I get at this point in life? And then you go into these emotions again where you're really hard on yourself. And when I was first dialing in, the words that I kept hearing was stupid, 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 stupid. So you may call yourself stupid a lot, and that's not feeding your energy, Taurus. That's taking away from your energy, and that's also putting you at odds ends with yourself. You are turning yourself into your own enemy, where you feel like you have to go against yourself. That is something that's hard, because yourself is supposed to have your back. Yourself is somebody that you should be able to ultimately trust. And maybe that's why it makes it hard for you to lower these expectations and open yourself to the divine flow of things. Maybe that's also something that makes it hard for you to hear the guidance that is coming in, because if you're repeatedly calling yourself stupid and you're always at odds ends with yourself, you're not loving yourself, you're being mean to yourself, then you're dwelling in this dark energy. And it really, really makes it hard for the guys to penetrate that and get those guiding messages in. When you walk in love, light, and compassion, then you're able to pick up the frequency that these guides are talking on a little bit better, a whole lot better, I should say. Hoo-wee. You know what's funny? Is whoever you have here that could be this codependent energy, whatever it has to do with this codependence, just know it plays in your emotions. Because that's where you have the hardest time, I feel like, is in the emotions. And to cover up how you feel, that's when you'll go to that mental state of that arrogance. And you can hold arrogance against yourself. That is possible, Taurus. Very, very possible. Because I have noticed us humans in this day and age are really, really, really quick to be hard on ourselves. But yet we hold back when it comes to loving ourselves. All right, let's continue forward. Ooh. Divine and universal energy. I am calling you in. What are the positive messages? Oh, I love the way that fell out. That need to come out for the Taurus frequency. And I'm hearing that's it. Oh, I thought that this was a good card. This one is even better. I love this one. This one is really, really beautiful, because this one lands on the Fool. Remember I told you have a hard time with mutable energy, putting an end to things? And you also struggle with cardinal energy, starting things? Well, it's time. It is time. You need to have courage to take the Fool's journey. The Fool's journey is how we start off and we embark on things all over again. Sometimes people are telling you foolish for making this choice because they don't understand your dreams. And I feel like right now you don't even understand your dreams to the full scope of things. Having a good one-on-one talk with yourself, why you feel certain pulls to go in certain directions, is something that could be very eye-opening for you. And we need to have courage here. Courage and the will to go forward. Something that happens with the Leo energy that you have to watch out is that self-sacrifice. One of the stories that are really that are talked about, I want to say famous because it was in this book, but I don't know if anybody really knows the stories, is there's one where the Leo wants to marry a huntsman's daughter. And the huntsman says, you cannot marry my daughter because you have these teeth that will eat her and you have these claws that will tear her apart. So the Leo went and declawed themselves, they defanged themselves, took out all their teeth, and it was only gums and could only nummy num. only but as soon as the Leo rendered itself vulnerable and took away all its tools for it to defend itself, but also to feed itself, that's when it was chased out of town. That's when the huntsman didn't even keep his promise and went after the Leo instead. Be careful when you hold yourself back for others. When it comes to this codependent energy, do not self-sacrifice your future for this, for where you're meant to go, because the divine timing of things is always happening. And people want to hang on to things all the time, but they don't realize how that holds them back. Because what happens if there's something else meant in your future, but you're too busy holding yourself back, self-sacrificing for this thing here in the present, setting up your future to never get to where you're actually meant to be. When it comes to relationships, you want to hold on to somebody that isn't loving you, that isn't treating you right because you love them and you feel like this is all you get. What happens if there's somebody in the future? What happens if you let go of whatever this is, relationship with the person, place, and or thing, and you learn something about yourself? You learn something about yourself that you start to apply to yourself, that you start to apply with the things that you look for in your future, that will help align you with something that you're dreaming about. First, you have to accept the divine flow of things, because again, hanging on to things that are meant to go only holds us back from what we really dream of. All right, let's keep going. So we have this internal charisma. Do not lose optimism at this time, because it lands on the Wheel of Fortune. Do not lose optimism while you're handling things as well. Don't become so one way of seeing things, because this is something that's going to keep your creative juices flowing. This is going to help you keep taking those stepping stones to getting to where you want to be for your career. I'm hearing to say specifically, this was at the bottom. This was at the bottom. This is something that you're having trouble with. When I say it's at the bottom, it's at the bottom of this deck here, even after I cleanse, and it comes out. Something you don't want to see, something that's creating this unbalancedness, is keeping this concealment going. It's time to take off the mask of things, the mask of people, places, even yourself. It's time to take off the mask. It's time to look behind the veil. Why? Because it may give you something that gives you that reason. Whatever reason that you're searching for, that reason may be the reason that you say enough is enough. That reason may be the reason that says, hey, you know what? I can do this. I believe in myself. I'm going to make it here. That reason could be the thing that helps teach you something, that helps you branch out in a direction that you want to grow. So just know we gotta take the mask off. And we gotta take the mask off to things. Why? Because it's time to expose the bullshit. Whatever's been tied up, whatever's been hidden, whatever's being used to tie you up, it's time. It's time to take a good look at it, expose it, confront it, and move from there. Because this is something, you know what's going on, but you're not following these omens. You know what's going on. This is going round and round in your mentality. This could be something that you're denying. But in order to progress, to move forward, we have to confront that fear here, whatever this has to do with. And our last card is balance your emotions. Balance your emotions. Something else, a card that didn't pop up but was in the cleanses. One of the first cards I see was stripping the illusions. Balancing your emotions. Really checking in, being sober so that you can see who the illusionist is, what the illusions are. That is something that's going to help get you unstuck. And it could also help when it comes to your mental state of things. Remember, because it's time. It's time to take off the mask. It's time to look behind the veil, to confront whatever's happening here that makes us feel like our life is cursed, because we want to bring balance into the things that we truly want to manifest. But if we're being so hard on ourselves, it's hard to get that energy. So while we're trying to balance things, we need to keep a gentle energy within ourselves. Especially, we need to stop calling ourselves stupid, and instead trade that for courage. Courage to bring in a cardinal type of energy and starting something new. And this something new is something that's helped to align us with our strength. This something new is going to be something that teaches us and helps us grow into being able to see those unlimited possibilities. Because right now, we're having a hard time seeing anything possible with just the way things are going. And that's something that you struggle with when it comes to your emotions. We have to be more accepting with how we feel about things, opposed to trying to be at odds ends with ourselves, especially if we want to bring in a certain kind of stability, an independent stability that we want within. Just know we have to put down the mindset of wanting to be arrogant to things, wanting to be ignorant to things. It isn't that we're a bad person when we use that, because sometimes, there's bliss in that. But the thing is, there's you just going around the same thing right now and being hard on yourself. And that's not really bliss, even though you've developed a routine to it. If we can slow down being hard on ourselves, give us permission to, again, get started on exploring things, developing things, getting to where we really want to be. Then we're going to be able to have a new day. We're going to be able to spread our wings and go. And we're going to be able to hear the guiding messages that are coming in. And we're going to be more accepting about the flow of things, getting to where we're really meant to be, and being able to let go of things that no longer serve us. Why? Because we're on divine timing. Sometimes our expectations don't always work out the way that we hope they'd work out. They don't always come in at the timing we want them to come in. That's because we are individualized on our journey. Not everybody by the time they make it to, say, 27, 28 is going to be well established in their careers. Not everybody by the time they're 35 is going to have their ideal marriage. Not everybody who starts off in their 20s is going to fall into that long-lasting career that they're going to love for the rest of their life. Things happen that change us. They change how we want to move. They change the directions that we want to go. And in that change, we learn a lot about ourselves. And we have to give it up to divine, because divine is right there having our backs. But one of the greatest lessons that we can learn here is not to be at odds ends with ourselves, Taurus, but it's to have our own back as well. Feeling the energies around, being able to filter out those energies and decipher what's coming in where, and if something negative is trying to attach to us, to manipulate us, to coerce us, to unbalance us. All right. This is gonna conclude it, Taurus. Don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides for coming in and helping out. And as always, I hope that you have a most wonderful rest of your day.